Welcome, Hoops fanatics, to Arena Madness, your new #1 stop for the inside scoop on the future of college basketball. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Big Blue Nation's future, exploring the potential superstars Kentucky is targeting for their 2026 class. The recruiting trail is heating up, and Mark Pope's staff is relentlessly pursuing the next generation of Wildcats. We're talking about game changers, elite talents who could redefine Kentucky basketball. Buckle up as we break down the top 5 names, lighting up Kentucky's 2026 radar based on what we're hearing in early 2025. First up, a name that's on everyone's lips. When you talk about the class of 2026, one name consistently echoes as the pinnacle of talent: Tyran Stokes. This young man isn't just a top prospect. For many, he is the top prospect. A dominant small forward, Stokes possesses that rare blend of raw athleticism and polished scoring prowess that has college coaches nationwide in a frenzy. Standing at a formidable 6'7" and already built like a seasoned college player, Stokes is a walking mismatch. He can power through defenders in the paint, soar for highlight reel dunks, and has a rapidly developing perimeter game that makes him a threat from anywhere on the court. Sources say Kentucky's new coaching staff, led by Mark Pope and with assistant Jason Hart, heavily involved due to his West Coast ties, has made Stokes a massive priority. They see him as a potential cornerstone, the kind of talent you build a championship contender around. While an initial official visit to Lexington was recently postponed, the dialogue is very much alive. Kentucky is pulling out all the stops to show Stokes why Lexington should be his home. The competition is fierce, with programs like Kansas and Louisville also deep in the mix. But the allure of Big Blue Nation, coupled with a fresh vision under Coach Pope, presents a compelling case. Imagine Stokes in that iconic Kentucky blue, electrifying Rupp Arena. It's a vision the coaching staff is working tirelessly to turn into reality. The pursuit of Tyron Stokes is more than just a recruitment. It's a statement. Next, we shift our focus to a dynamic guard who plays with the force of a Category 5 hurricane, Caleb Holt. Consistently ranked as a 5-star prospect and a top 5 player nationally, Holt is an absolute blur on the court. This 6'5" combo guard, hailing from Georgia, isn't just about flash. He's about winning, and he brings an intense, infectious energy every time he laces up his sneakers. Kentucky's coaching staff has been putting in the miles, with multiple in-person visits logged to watch Holt dominate. What they see is a relentless competitor, a guard who lives to attack the rim and put pressure on defenses. He's got that get downhill mentality that coaches covet, but don't pigeonhole him as just a slasher. Holt has been diligently refining his outside shot, evolving into a legitimate threat from beyond the arc. His court vision and willingness to make the right pass also make him a valuable playmaker for his teammates. Off the court, Holt has an interesting passion. He loves to rap. But on the court, his rhythm is all about dismantling opponents. He's already taken visits to several SEC powerhouses like Alabama and Auburn, and the battle for his commitment will be fierce. Kentucky is emphasizing their up-tempo style and a system where guards are empowered to make plays. The question is, can the Wildcats persuade this Southern dynamo that his electrifying brand of basketball is best showcased in the Bluegrass State? Caleb Holt is a name you'll want to remember because wherever he lands, he's going to make an immediate impact. Talent often runs in the family, and that certainly seems to be the case with our next prospect, Taj Aza. That's Tacha like Taj Mahal, Ariza. Yes, he's the son of longtime NBA veteran Trevor Ariza, and the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Ta, a highly skilled 6'8" small forward, is another 5-star talent, frequently appearing at the top of Kentucky's wish list, often ranked within the top 10 nationally. Ariza brings a level of polish and basketball IQ that speaks to his upbringing around the professional game. He's not just an athlete, he's a student of the game. Kentucky staff has been in constant communication, reportedly touching base every other day, and a visit to Lexington is anticipated for the fall. Ariza recently made a significant move, transferring to the powerhouse St. John Bosco in California, where he's part of a truly intimidating trio of top-tier recruits. This signals his desire to compete at the highest level, even in high school. What makes Ariza so coveted? It's his versatility. He can score, He can defend multiple positions, and he possesses a feel for the game that allows him to impact play in numerous ways. He's looking for a program that will push him and prepare him for his ultimate goal, the NBA, potentially as a one-and-done prospect. Kentucky's history of developing elite wings for the next level is a major selling point. For Taj Aza, the opportunity to carve out his own legacy, potentially under the bright lights of Rupp Arena, is an enticing prospect. The connection is strong, and the pursuit is relentless. Now, let's talk about a player whose game is as smooth as silk, Anthony Thompson. This skilled lefty forward, standing around 6'7" or 6'8", has a high ceiling and a game that's incredibly aesthetically pleasing to watch. Hailing from Ohio and playing at Western Reserve Academy, Thompson is a consensus top-tier recruit, often found in the top 10 or 15 of national rankings. Thompson's offensive arsenal is what truly sets him apart. He's a legitimate three-level scorer. He can knock down the perimeter jumper with consistency, attack off the dribble for mid-range pull-ups, and finish creatively around the basket. His length and athleticism also make him a disruptive force on the defensive end, capable of guarding multiple positions. A critical asset in modern basketball. Kentucky has been heavily involved in his recruitment, with Thompson already having made unofficial visits to the campus, including for the electric atmosphere of Big Blue Madness. He recently narrowed his options, announcing a top 15, and Kentucky is firmly in that elite group. Coaches are drawn to his offensive versatility and his potential to be a major scoring threat in their system. Mark Pope's offensive schemes often highlight players with Thompson's skill set, the ability to stretch the floor, make plays, and create mismatches. As Thompson continues to develop his all-around game, his stock is only expected to rise. Landing a player of Anthony Thompson's caliber would be a significant coup for the Wildcats, adding a dynamic and versatile weapon to their future lineup. Last, but certainly not least, we journey internationally to spotlight a prospect with truly global appeal and sky-high potential, Miikka Muurinen. Originally from Finland, this 6'10" power forward is currently honing his skills at the famed AZ Compass Prep and has been one of the biggest risers in the 2026 class rankings. Muurinen turned heads and set the recruiting world ablaze with a dominant performance at the prestigious Nike EYBL Peach Jam, showcasing a tantalizing blend of size, skill, and shooting touch. For a player his size, Muurinen's ability to stretch the floor with a pure jump shot is exceptional. He's not just a spot-up shooter, though. He's mobile, runs the floor like a wing, and has shown flashes of being able to score effectively both inside and out. This versatility makes him an ideal fit for many modern offensive systems, including the one Mark Pope is known for, which often utilizes big men who can operate on the perimeter. Kentucky has extended an offer and is very much in the hunt for this international sensation. Muurinen himself has spoken positively about Coach Pope's energy and the freedom he gives his bigs to play an expansive game. With NBA potential already being whispered by scouts, Muurinen represents a unique and incredibly valuable target. The thought of this Finnish phenom developing in Lexington, adding an international flavor and a dynamic skill set to Big Blue Nation is an exciting one for Kentucky fans. His recruitment will be a global affair, but the Wildcats are hoping to make Lexington his home away from home. And that's a wrap on our early look at Kentucky's prime targets for the 2026 class. Tyran Stokes, Caleb Holt, Taj Aza, Anthony Thompson, and Miikka Muurinen. 5 names that could shape the future of Kentucky basketball. The recruiting landscape is always shifting, but these are the talents causing major buzz. Thanks for tuning into Arena Madness. We'll keep you updated as these stories unfold. Until next time, keep your eye on the future.